right, so I'm going to use that last one here, and talk about what we've been working on. So,
All right.
what we kind of noticed is you would take that club back, right, and that right hand was still staying just a bit strong, and it was causing you.
I'm gonna record, so
Yeah, you're good. Yep, causing you to cross the line, right? Right. So it was restricting your turn, and that right hand was kind of. You can see the club pointing the other way instead of staying back behind you, right? So we're talking about trying to feel like that hand really feels like it's more like you're holding a tray, right? It's staying flat behind you, and then that way, then you're able to drop back down the line and pull, right? So part of it, why that backswing felt short, was because that right hand was being strong and wasn't allowing you to get as much of a turn, right? But when that hand rolls out and stays underneath, well, there's your turn, right? So part of it was just this, and like you said, after a few of them, oh, it feels so much easier. You can swing a whole lot more freely, right? But you know, it just piggybacks on the other things that we talked about. You know, getting your back all the way to the target. Well, it's hard to get your back to the target if we shorten it. This elbow comes out, we cross the line. You're never going to get your back to the target because that right hand being too strong is just preventing you, right? So getting that under. Now you turn, well now you got your back to the target and everything else can time up into it, right? So we looked at driver too.
Yep.
Same story with driver. I mean, it's no different. We got to feel that same way, and if you feel that right hand feels underneath, that's going to lead to your longer backswing. That's going to help the tempo and the timing of everything, right? And it all goes together. So
right knee as well.
Yeah, so we did see that, right? So we got into where you would take it back, and this right knee would bend just a little bit too much. I'm sorry, the left knee. And then instead of the weight going to the right, that weight kind of went here and led to that reverse pivot, right? So, yep, feeling that right knee, that's going to stay bent. So that way when we're back here, our weight is here to shift back this way. And we noticed it a little bit, but when you got that right hand going this way, it really didn't actually get you to reverse pivot because you had a better turn and you were able to be back here, right? So it's funny how it fell into place without you having to think about it.
Yeah.
If you rolled your right hand underneath instead of letting it come out. All right.
Gotcha.
All right. So what we're gonna do before our next one, because we're gonna have more,
Yeah.
even though this is the last one for this, what we're gonna do with our next one. So you're gonna keep working on this, feeling a little bit less control here, right, with the right hand, letting that roll underneath, and you'll know it if this is under here versus this out here. I mean, we've talked about the chicken wing. You can feel it.
I'm all over it.
You know it when it happens. So we end up letting that roll out. Now everything's able to turn and move a whole lot more freely. And I mean, gosh, we saw the results when we did it. It was awesome. And then occasionally we fall back into, and that's golf.
Yeah.
Right? So
I call it swing discipline.
One of the things that I think we talked about in the first lesson with those short shots that can help this same thing again. When we're here and all we're thinking about is turning and turning, you can see the elbows stay a lot closer to your sides for these shots. And if the elbow's to your side, well then there it is underneath and that hand rolls out, right? So sometimes when we get into these longer shots, we try to feel like we're elongating the swing to get more power, right? But with these short ones, we're not trying to do that because we know we're just trying to hit a certain yardage.
Right.
And so you stay a lot more connected, arms are close, and then you end up turning and turning a whole lot better. And it's all just because this compact shot you feel a whole lot more comfortable with. I just turn, right?
Waiting forward, already forward.
It's already forward, yep. Yep. So you're not worrying about that part of it. And all you essentially have to do is just keep that elbow in and you turn your torso. Man, we had a lot of success with this shot.
Yeah.
You know, this what, 30 to 90?
Yeah, this has been kind of, I got a lot of confidence. That's why, I said I'm going to hit it to this distance.
Exactly.
I know I'll be on the green, and at least on the green, using in a decent quadrant.
Right. Yep. That's a bread and butter. So it's like rather than going for a green and 2 on a par 5, well, shoot, I'll just lay up to a good yardage because I feel a whole lot more comfortable with that.
At this point, because I've really avoided, hitting the 3-wood just because, I want to get all this down, and then the 3-wood is not used all that often. I'll hit it off the tee every now and then.
Right.
But in the chipping that we did, helped a lot
Oh,
to
yeah.
be able to get it close to proximity of the hole.
Yeah.
Hence 31 pucks instead of
It's a whole lot better.
36,
Oh yeah,
you know.
yeah. Absolutely.
So.
Well, it'll all come together.
Yeah, I mean, everything when you talk about it and you're demonstrating it, I feel it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I
Yeah,
feel it.
I can do that.
I
Yeah.
felt that. Well,
yeah.
I felt, you know.
Oh, you
I
can
felt
feel this. Yeah.
I felt this versus this because I never do that. I
Yeah.
never this way, but you know,
Well-
you start concentrating on something and wheels fall off somewhere else. At least for me.
Well, and if you're a right-handed person, just like me, we're right arm dominant. We want it. It's easy for us to fall into that trap of my right arm is
Yeah.
trying to have control here,
Instead
and
of
it's
pulling with your left.
and it's pulling with the left. Yep.
It's just
Yeah. Exactly. So
it's just along for the ride. You know, what I
That's
mean,
it.
one of my mantras is it's rest and ride. Right. The rest on the
Rest.
club and then just ride.
let it ride on it.
Okay. Cool.
I think we're ready for member. We'll be good.
I'll be good.
Yep.
I'm all good.
All
Light,
the
when the
pleasure.
lights come on,
Yeah.
I got a different level of focus.
Well, that's for sure. This is for sure. We'll be good.